Hello Ray, we've got the transmission out of your Honda Odyssey. This is what the transmission looks like when it's all apart. And I'll go over some things with you as far as what we found inside the transmission, and Eric or Amanda will contact you with the cost estimates. What we'll start with is the torque converter. Inside here there's going to be a lockup lining so that the torque converter will lock together once you get it under the right conditions. The computer determines when it goes into lockup, and this material here we flushed out of the cooling system, so as a diagnostic test with your concerns we hooked up our machine to see what kind of material got lodged inside the cooling system for the transmission, and there should be nothing at all. And this ends up being a kind of a fibrous, kind of fuzzy clutch material. So this is only after the very first probably 30 seconds or a minute of flushing, and really that's quite a bit of material. As I said, there should be nothing in there, so we know that the torque converter itself was failing, so obviously the torque converter is going to have to be replaced no matter what. As far as inside the transmission, some of the damages on the clutch plates. So this is one of the clutch plates here. We'll try to see if the camera picks it up, but this material here, the clutch material, is starting to fuzz off of the clutch plates themselves too, and that's generally a condition that's caused by the internal filter. So this is the internal filter of the transmission, and inside here is where all the oil is going to go in, and then it's going to go down through a passage here into the valve body, and this is going to be your valve body here. And so we can see that inside here has been restricted as well. There's material that's lodged inside there, and that's going to be from the torque converter, as I said. So when the filter became restricted, that's going to cause some damage. So we do have some damage to the frictions and steels of this clutch pack. The other clutch packs themselves, they don't look too bad. There is some wear, but in looking at the clutches, they don't really look that bad. As I said, just a little bit of wear on the clutch plates themselves. So again, all goes back to the torque converter. And if we look at these bearings, are going to hold the individual shafts of the transmission, and what we're looking for here is whether or not we can take the bearing and move it in the pocket like that. And we can do that, so the camera may not pick it up, but if you look at this joint right here, we should be able to see. The camera's not really picking it up too well, but as I said, this bearing is moving like that, so that the shafts are not being held in the true center line, so we're going to have to address that as well. When we look at some of the components for reverse, these teeth here, we're going to have a slider that a shift fork engages, so the slider itself, these teeth are going to engage like that over top of that when you're going to get reverse. And what we're seeing is that the teeth have some extra wear where my thumb is, so this slider is not in very good shape. And this gear that the slider goes on, same situation. The teeth themselves are damaged, so we're going to recommend replacing that so we don't have any problems with reverse down the road. There are a couple of upgrades that we do when we're doing the transmission. One of them being inside the transmission, there's the pressure regulator valve, which is going to be located in here. That valve, the aftermarket's come out with a better design valve that stops one of the conditions from happening. You didn't have that on this one, but the transmission gets severely overheated, so we would normally upgrade that valve and try to prevent that from happening, of course. So as far as this transmission is concerned, like I said, the torque converter is going to be the reason for the failure. The clutches themselves have to all be replaced. There's some steel plates that will have to be replaced. What happens also is that on the bottom of the clutch pack, we'll a lot of times see some fairly severe wear where these dish plates go. So there's going to be a dish plate like that underneath the clutch, and so we'll sometimes see a ridge right where my thumb is. That line going across there can cause some shift problems, so that'll be addressed as well at the same time. So as I said, Amanda or Eric will contact you with the cost estimates, but this is basically a rundown of what we found inside your transmission. Thanks.